Welcome. In this video we will going to see the multiplication of positive unsigned binary numbers. So here we will see what are the things we are going to discuss in this video. First of all, the pen and pencil method for multiplication of unsigned binary numbers. Next we will see the idea behind the array multiplier. Next, the example of multiplication with intermediate steps. Next, the basic building block of array multiplier, that means cell. After that, we will see the block diagram of 4-bit by 4-bit array multiplier using array of cells. And the last, we will see the example of array multiplier with circuit diagram. Okay. So now let's start with the paper and pencil method. So in paper and pencil method it is very simple. So here we choose one example of multiplication of two numbers 7 and 3. Here 7 is the multiplicand and 3 is the multiplier. So result of the multiplication should be 21. Okay, this is the final product. So we know the binary representation of 7 is 111 and 3 is 11. Here we use 4-bit representation, that's why I am putting here the 4-bit. So the multiplication is quite simple. Here this one is multiplied with this and we will get this one. This one is multiplied with this one and we will get this one. In this way we multiply this one with whole the numbers and we will get the first product. That's why it is called the partial product 1. Okay. Similarly, I shift left 1 bit and again multiply this one with all the multiplicand. In this way I will get this one. Next, this 0 is multiplied with all the bits and I will get this all zeros. Again I shift 1 bit to the left and multiply this 0 with all the bits of the multiplicand and we'll get the last partial product, that means the fourth partial product. So after each multiplication we'll get some product and these products are nothing but the partial products. After getting all the partial products I have to add all the things. So this one is come here, this 1 plus 1, that means 10, 0 is here and carry is 1 and carry is added with this one, that means 1 plus 1 10 and 10 plus 1 11 and this is 0, that's why it is 1. Again 1 is carry. So in this way we will add and get this result. So this is the binary number. The binary equivalent of this number in decimal is 21. So in this way we will perform the pen and paper multiplication. Okay. So now let's see what is the idea behind the array multiplier. So we see one example how we'll perform the basic multiplication operation. Okay, with an example. Suppose here in a generalized form we are taking this example. So now here the multiplicand are M0, M1, M2 and M3, where the multipliers are Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So here this similar operation can be performed. That means what? This Q0 is multiplied with M0, that's why I am writing here Q0 into M0. Next this Q0 is into M1, that means Q0 into M1. Next Q0 into M2, next Q0 into M3 and this is C if there is a carry. Okay, so this is very quite simple. This is the first partial product. So now what is the second partial product? That means this is multiplied with all the bits, that means Q1 is multiplied with M1, Q1 is multiplied with M0, M1, M2 and M3. Okay, so So now we will get the two partial products. So now comes the idea of array multiplication. So array multiplication, what it does, it first calculate the two partial product at least and then go for addition. So in general pen and paper method, we first calculate all the partial products and then add. But in array multiplier, the idea is that we have to find first two partial products and then sum it. Okay, so that means if I sum these two, that means this is directly go here, this is added with this one and I will get the sum, and in this way all these two, these are added and I will get the sum and will get the carry if any. So now first two partial products are added. So now what is the next step? Next step is the third bit now should be multiplied with all the multiplicants. The third bit is Q2. So this Q2 is multiplied with M0, M1, M2 and M3. Okay, but you should remember that in each and every operation I have to shift left one bit. So here after this step we have this sum and one partial product. So now the idea of array multiplier is that when I get sum and one partial product, again I have to add it. So now here it is sum, it is directly comes in the result. So this sum should be added with this partial product and I will get the next sum. So in this way this is added with this and I will get the next sum. So in this way all the operations are performed here. So now the last Q3 bit, this Q3 bit should be multiplied with all the bits of the multiplicand. So that means Q3 into M0, Q3 into M1, there similarly Q3 into M3. So I will get the last partial product or partial product 4. So once I get this one, again I have to add this. That means this sum is come here, this sum is added with this partial product, this sum is added with this partial product. Similarly all the additions are takes place and we will get all the addition, sum and the carry if any. So this carry is now comes to the result, this sum is comes to the result, this sum is comes to the result. In this way I will get the final product, the P0 to P7 we have the result. So here one interesting thing we can observe that we are multiplying two 4-digit numbers. These are the two 4-digit numbers, but the result is here is 8-digit. So we should keep this thing in mind. That means multiplication of two 4-digit numbers will get the double, that means 8-digit number. Okay, this is actually the concept of your array multiplication. So this same concept will be implemented on the circuit. So we'll see how the circuit will perform this kind of operation. That means after getting the two partial product, the circuit will go for add. Again we'll get another partial product and the sum is added with the partial product. The similar concept will be follow in the array multiplier. So now check one example, the same example, how we can use this array multiplier concept to solve a practical problem. So this is the earlier same example of multiplication of 7 and the 3. So here you can see that we are using the concept of array multiplier. We are multiplying these two numbers. That means first I get the two partial products and go for summation, addition. Again I will go for the third partial product and again addition, and then I get the fourth partial product and then addition, and I comes to the final result. Okay, so now we will see the basic building block of the array multiplier, that means the cell. So this is the cell which will be used in array multiplier. That means this is the building block. That means for each and every bit multiplication we require this kind of cell. So let's see with an example. The same example that we are performed earlier, we write here. Suppose I have to multiply these two numbers. So first of all I have to do the multiplication, we know that bit by bit. That means this bit is multiplied with this bit and result will be come here. Okay, so now let's check how this cell will perform this operation. So in this cell we can see the all labelings. That means this is the multiplicand, this is the multiplier, carry in, carry out. This is the bit of incoming partial product. That means the earlier partial product result should come here, and this is the full ladder, and this is the result, and result will go here. It is the bit of outgoing partial product. So this result will the incoming of the next cell. That means incoming of this cell is this one. So this result will be the next input to the another cell. So now let's check for this particular example. Suppose this bit should be multiplied with this bit. So now this is the multiplicand. That means it is come here, this one is come here, and this is 1. Okay, similarly this is the multiplier. The multiplier should go here also. This is 1. This is the AND gate, 1 into 1, result is 1. Okay, so this is the one input. This is the one input of the full adder. So we know that full adder have 3 inputs. So one input is 1. This is the another input, carry in. So since this is my first operation, so my carry is absent. That means this is 0, no carry. And again this is the first cell or first operation. That's why the earlier partial product, this is the bit coming from the earlier partial product. This earlier partial product is also absent. That means it is 0. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 0. That means what is the result? Result should be 0. So this is the result, and sorry, this is 0, this is 0, and this is 1. So result is 1. Full adder result is 1. So this result will be in this particular location, and we know that after these two multiplication of 1 and 1 we get the result 1. So this result will be come here. Okay, similarly suppose next step is what? Next step, same, this one should be multiplied with this multiplicand. That means this multiplier should be same. That's why we can see that this multiplier bit, that means this one bit is input to this particular AND gate. Again it is forwarded to the next cell. So this is input to this particular AND gate, and it is again propagated to the next cell, same thing. So now this operation is done. So for the next operation, that means this one, this multiplication. So this is the multiplier. So now this is come here. Again here also this is 1. From here it is 1. So result is similar. This is 1. So partial products result incoming from the partial product. Here also it is 0, because before this bit no partial product or product is occur. So that's why it is 0. So from here to here, so there is no carry also. That's why it is also 1. Okay. So in this way the operation can be performed with the help of this cell. So we'll see whole this operation how performed with the total circuit of the array multiplier or block diagram of the array multiplier. So for the time being you just understand what are the inputs and what are the outputs of this particular cell. So here you can see that number of input here is 4. That means one multiplier bit, one multiplicand bit, one bit from the previous partial product, and another is carry in. So these are the 4 inputs to the this particular cell. What are the outputs? This is the first outputs, that means the multiplier which should be propagated to the each and every cell. This is the first output. Second output is the my carry out. After addition, if there is a carry, this should be propagated. And next is the output is the full adder output. After addition, this should be added. And the last output to the cell is this multiplicand. Why this multiplicand? Here we can see that this multiplicand should be propagated to the next level. Okay, that's why. So this thing will be more clear when we go for a total complete block diagram. So for the time being, you have to remember that there are 4 inputs and 4 outputs in a cell. So now let's take one example of array multiplier complete block diagram. So this is the complete block diagram of your array multiplier. So here in this particular diagram, we can see that we have to multiply 2 numbers which have 4 digits, the same example, and with the help of the cell we have just discussed in the last slide. Okay, this is the cell and this is the multiplication. So now we will see how this multiplication will be performed with the help of this circuit. So these all box are nothing but this cell. Okay, so for multiplication of two 4 by 4 bit numbers, we required how many cells? We required 16 cells. Okay, you can see that arrangement should be in this way. Why? We will discuss. So first of all, you can see that this for this particular cell, we know that there are 4 input. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4 input. Okay, so you can see that for all the cells there are 4 inputs and corresponding 4 outputs also. So now in this particular structure, the multiplicand should be given from here. Okay, and the multipliers are in this fed in this particular direction. But this first row is the first step of my multiplication. That means this is this first step. Okay, so here we can see that this is the first step, this is the second, this is the third step, and then we'll get the final result. So now we'll see how we'll perform this operation. First of all, all the bits should be given with the help of M0, M1, M2 and M3. Okay, here all the inputs are there. That means these are the all inputs are given here. Now the next is this multiplier bit. This is the Q0. So this Q0, that means this one should be given here and should be also propagated here, here and here. That's since this line is here in this particular cell. So now we know that from this particular cell, these 2 inputs are 1 and 1. That means 1 and 1 are multiplied and we will get the result here 1. So first of all, we know that the carry is not there here, no carry. That means the input carry is 0. And again we know that the bit from the bit incoming from the partial product. So since this is the first partial product, there is no bit, that means 0. So that's why here it is 0 is inputted, here it is 0. These are the only two inputs. So depending on these 2 inputs, I will get the result of the full adder. That means 1, 1. Here it is 1, here it is 1. So the result should be 1 here. So this 1 I will get, and this is directly propagated to the result. that means this one I will get, and it is propagated to the result. Similarly for the second bit, so in the second bit here also the Q1 is Q0 is here, so Q0 is 1, this is 1 here, and the multiplicand, this one will be M1, so here also it is 1 1, so result will be 1. Okay, here the result is 1. So now this 1 is the input to this cell, that means here. Okay, so for this particular cell, this is 1 and this is 0, and this Q1 is, that means Q1 is the second bit of the multiplier, that means this one, this one will be Q1, that means in here it is 1, here also it is 1, and this is the M0. What is the M0 bit? M0, that means this one M0 is also 1, so that means the 3 inputs of this particular cell is 1, and we can see that if these 3 inputs, if these 3 inputs, this input and this input are 1, then what happen? These 2 inputs are given here, these 2 ones, the result is 1. Here also again 1 is coming, so this 1 and this 1 and this is 0. So now 1 plus 1, what is the result of the full adder? We know that it is 1 plus 1 10, that means 0. So that's why here the output will be 0, that means this is 0, and this 0 is propagated to the final output. This 0 is propagated to the final output. But we have to keep this thing in mind that here 0 but carry is 1. So now for this particular cell, this is the carry input. So now this carry input is 1. Okay, and this is the Q1. Q1 is 1. Q1 is 1, carry 1 is 1, and this M1. What is the M1? This is the M1 input. M1 is 1. It is 1, and we have to check what is the value of this one, this particular input. So these are the 4 inputs. Depending on that, this result of this particular cell will get. So in this way we will get this P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 and last P7. So this is the way the array multiplier works. Okay, I think it is quite understandable. Next we'll see some example with same thing, same concept with the some circuit diagram. So here we take, suppose multiplicants is B1 and B0 and multiplier is A1 and A0. So we know that the multiplier should be given one by one and multiplicand at a time. So this is the multiplicand, that means B. So B is given at the same time, B1 here, B2, B0 here, but the multiplier is given one by one. That means first I have give A0 to both this particular AND gate along with this B0 and B1. Okay, so we know that the result of A0 and B0, this is the A0 and B0, this is directly propagated to the result. That's why this product is directly propagated to the result C0 or C0, and the A0 into B1, this is A0 into B1. So this A0 into B1 should be multiplied and it is again added with the next partial product. So now it is this result A0 into B1 will be here. Okay, in the next step this multiplier A1 should be given or multiplied with both the multiplicands. That's why this A1 is inputted to this particular AND gate and this AND gate. So from this AND gate what we will get? A1 into B0, A1 into B0. This A1 into B0 should be added with this one, that means output of this AND gate. So these two are added with the help of one half adder, and the result is the C1, that means final result. So result is C1, this is final result. And if carry is there, this should be propagated to the next bit. That's why here the carry is given and it is inputted to the next. So in the next bit, what we see that this is A1 should be multiplied with B1. So A1 should be multiplied with B1 with the help of this AND gate, and this is now inputted to this half adder, and the another input of the half adder is the carry of this last bit, and we'll get the sum and carry. The sum it is C2, C2 is the final product, and if carry is there, I will get the carry. So this is the circuit implementation of 2-bit by 2-bit array multiplier. Similarly, we can choose another example of 4-bit by 3-bit array multiplier. That means the multiplication of 4-bit number with 3-bit number using a combinational circuit. Okay, so we know that the multiplier should be given one by one and multiplicand at a time. So multiplicand are B, that means B0, B1, B2 and B3. So these are given at a time, at the same time, to the 4 different AND gates. Okay, and first bit of the multiplier is given here to the same to the all the AND gates, and we will get the result here. So we know that A0 into B0 is directly propagated to the result. That's why it is here. So after that, this is the first step. I will get the partial product here. So now next partial product is the multiplier A1 should be multiplied with all the multiplicands. So here I get the second partial product. This is the first partial product, this is the second partial product. So we know that the array multiplication concept, that these two partial products should be added. So to add these two partial product, we required one 4-bit adder. Okay, this is one 4-bit number, this is another 3-bit plus 1 bit, that means 4-bit number. So this is always 0. Okay, so this is the one 4-bit adder. So this one 4-bit adder adds these two 4-bit numbers, and we will get the result here. Okay, and this is the carry bit, and this is the least significant bit, and we know that the least significant bit is directly propagated to the result. So now this is the summation. So in the next step, last, since it is a 3-bit multiplier, so multiplier is the 3-bit, the last bit of the multiplier is A2, and it is given to the each and every AND gate, and all the multiplicands are given here. So in this way, here in this particular area, we will get the third partial product. This partial product should be added to the last sum. So this is the sum is the input, and this partial product is the input to the another 4-bit adder. So this 4-bit number and this 4-bit number is added, and we will get the number this, that means C2, C3, C4 and C5, and C6 is the carry bit. Okay, if there is a carry, then it will be propagated here. So in this way, we'll add the two 4-bit by 3-bit numbers using array multiplier. That means this is the circuit implementation. Okay, so I think it is very much clear to you. Thank you for watching.